From the Jakks Pacific Sonic the Hedgehog line, this is Mephiles, also known as Memphis, Tennessee. And if you're curious why he looks like that, it's because in this game, Sonic 06, he's supposed to be Shadow, but edgier. And then on the back, you can see, we have 11 points of articulation. In the same way, you could have gone Shadow. Supersonic, Heavy Gunner, and Mephiles literally have all 4 of these figures at this point. Actually, I just realized I reviewed all 4 of these figures at this point. Also, Mephiles is the darker half of the fiery deity Solaris and an enemy to humanity's future. That means something to someone out there. But okay, let's actually look at Sonic's attempt to try to show the Antichrist. Taking a closer look at Memphis, Tennessee, and all I can say is this figure looks amazing. I love all the sculpted detail and paintwork on it. It looks just like the character does from the game. Also, look at his eyes. That's like the worst case of pink eye I've ever seen. It's really cracking his Una eye. In any case, for anyone who doesn't know, like I said, this is the villain from Sonic 06. It's literally just supposed to be like an evil Shadow. Basically, he's trying to tempt Shadow to be evil, do sin, and take candy from babies. And Shadow doesn't because something, he'll fight the world if he has to. Play I Am All of Me now. But now, I just adore how this figure came out. It looks great. You have articulation, so you have a ball joint at the head, universal at the shoulder. You have a ball joint as the elbow, which is great because these gauntlets could have gone in the way. But you can see you can get some good range out of them. You have a universal at the hip, a knee. Oh, it's definitely a knee. It just doesn't want to go. There we go. Very tight knee, but a knee. And then you have a ball joint down here at the ankle. Out of all the Jakks Sonic figures I've seen, this is definitely one of the most detailed ones, and I'm glad to say that it's pretty articulated and the joints all feel pretty good. Some are a bit tight, but I'd rather have a tight joint than a loose joint. And that's usually the issue the Sonic figures have, is that they're so loose they can't stand. Not an issue for Memphis, Tennessee here. Memphis also came with an accessory, that being this weird purple foot stand. I have no idea if this is something that shows up in the games. It kind of works. You really kind of have to just force the feet in there. But, I mean, if you want it to look like he's teleporting in, it works. It does. With all that said, I think Memphis, Tennessee is a really fun figure from this Sonic line. It's so much more playable than a character like Big. It's so much more impressive looking than a character like, I don't know, Tails or Knuckles. And it's so much more playable than the Sonic and Shadows that have a hard time even standing up. One of my favorite figures to ever come out of this line, and in all honesty, it might just be the best figure to come out of the line that's not a robot. It's definitely up there now with Mecha Sonic or the Egg Robos, all of whom are currently vying to be my favorite. But old Memphis, Tennessee, he had the heart, he had the soul, and he had the edge.